Hey, I'm Chef Cindy Oogie. That's me. I love food, fun, travel, and bringing people together. Can you find me? I'm the one in the corner with a cheeky smile. After lots of learning and being yelled at in the city of love, Paris, I packed my bags and headed home to start my great adventure. I wanted to bring back a piece of France and share what I had learned. And so, Cindy's Cooking Challenge was born. You want to know what Cindy's Cooking Challenge is all about? Well, listen up. Imagine inviting two people who've never met each other, total random strangers, to make a meal of my choice. The catch is, they only get to make the meal once. They can't write down the recipe. They have to make the meal from memory. How's that for a challenge?
Today's dish is lapin à la moutarde, rabbit in mustard sauce. Your ingredients are 1 rabbit, 2 branches of thyme, 2 leek stems, 1 tablespoon of mustard, half a tablespoon of pepper medley and rock salt, 1 large white onion, a shallot, 2 carrots and 2 potatoes.
Well, we have to start with preparation, which means getting my knives, cutting those ñañas, the onions, celery, putting the bouquet garni, which is thyme, celery and leek, together rolled up in a piece of string. You're probably wondering why I have so many knives. Well, some are for peeling, for paring, for filleting. We have 2 kinds of filleting knives. Well, there's the fish knife and there's the meat knife, because clearly this is rabbit, so it's meat. And we have the chef knives, and we have, those big ones that they use in the butchery. Yeah, we have that, which I probably have to have for the bones.
Also known as a cleaver.
So we're gonna start with the rabbit. We can find rabbit in any store that probably has really crazy kinds of meat, e.g. Yaya Center, where I got this from. We're gonna take off the cling film off the rabbit. We probably need like 1 rabbit because it serves 6 people per portion, or depends on you as a person. Depends how many pieces you expect to give someone. But I chose 2 because I wanted to make it more, try out different types of flavors with the meat. You can tell the freshness of the rabbit through the smell or through the feel of the meat. We take the filleting knife and we begin to cut the hind legs, which is the back of the leg.
Or just the back 2 legs.
We break into it for the cartilage.
This will be a bit of a workout, so make sure to use a very sharp knife.
It's heavy, but put your back into it. Drop it in a bowl that has nothing whatsoever.
This is where all your mixing is going to happen.
Do the same to the other leg. Make sure you follow your way through the bowl. Rabbit is enjoyed by the people who can afford the meat, because in France, a rabbit is probably roughly 25 euros per kilo. In shops, they cost roughly around 3,500 bob.
Pretty pricey.
We stick the knife into the chest. We separate the chest. If you've bought a rabbit, for example, if it has the fowl, which means the kidney, the lungs, and all that stuff, you take it out.
Can these be used for anything else?
Take a bowl that you have on the side, put it in there. We can use this offal, the liver and the kidneys, to make a slight sauce for it. So we're going to remove the front legs now. It's pretty fatty here. Take it, turn it around. Do the same on the other side.
Where is that massive knife?
Clearly this is not working. So we take our butcher's knife.
Trimmings are excellent for creating stock for your sauce.
Take a bowl and put in the trimmings. We'll use it for a sauce. Put it to the side. Sorry about that. Take out the fat. Okay, so we're gonna cut these in four pieces.
I think you might want to use that cleaver again. Whenever you're ready, Cindy.
Take the butcher's knife. Cut that there. Whew, and now that the hardest part is done, let the fun begin. We have to rub in the meat into the mustard. So in we go. So we're gonna put in the mustard and rub in, massage, give it a little bit of spice, a little bit of oomph to the meal. So we have our moutarde de Dijon.
Mustard to most of us.
1 tablespoon. Now you can use the mustard according to how many rabbits you have.
Give it a good rub, then set it aside to rest.
Leave it in there. We're gonna cling film it and let it rest for a while before we begin.
Let's not get too excited.
Pick the pepper medley.
Now, to spice up that marinade.
Pepper medley is different kinds of peppers. The kinds of peppers that are grown in different places. So you just
a little less for those not too keen on spices.
sprinkle lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of it. I like my food spicy, so I'm gonna put extra pepper in it. There's a lot of flavors in there. Chop the pepper. Now we take the coarse salt, put roughly half a tablespoon into the pestle and mortar. Take a spoon, put however much you think is good enough. Take your hands and back in there. Massage the meat.
Be sure to coat all pieces for best results.
J'ai fini. Put that to the side. We need a new chopping board. We're not going to use the same chopping board we had before because meat and vegetables, it's not a good idea. Pick up the white onion, 1 white large onion. I prefer to use the white onion because of the sweetness and it has more flavor. Take out the core.
And now, to put this all together.
So we're going to begin with the hind legs.
Voila! Rabbit in mustard sauce, or lapin à la moutarde. Now to the contestants.
Well, my name is Moses Mwale Mukiza, and funny thing, I'm an accountant. And I dabble in one or two other businesses. It's sort of what I do. And the reason I'm here is because I love to cook.
So I'm Katie Fentress. I am a dedicated foodie. Well, I might not be a chef, but I love cooking. Everything about cooking, it makes me happy. So I had my doubts when I then saw that it was a French cooking show, and almost thought of pulling back because let's just say I'm a bit prejudiced towards French cuisine. Not that it isn't good, I just think that it's a bit of an antiquated way of cooking. But that said, I always like a challenge, so I decided to take it up, and I am very happy I did.
Meet a person, you don't know if she can cook, you don't know if he can cook, and you have to sit there and figure out a recipe that you've never cooked before and sort of replicate what the chef, who has gone to school for literally 4 or 5 years to learn how to do this sort of thing, was quite crazy.
I feel that I was given a bit of an unfair advantage because I know how to cook with rabbit. So the recipe I had to cook was, sorry, I say I, but we were a team. It was me and my excellent teammate, Moses.
Whoa, rabbit. In Kenya, who cooks rabbit? How many guys do you know who eat rabbit even?
Chef Cindy.
My wife doesn't eat rabbit. She considers them pets, so I have I think I've cooked rabbit once before today.
Discussed it. I think at this point, probably what the best thing to do is if we start focusing on our mustard sauce to marinate the rabbit in.
Yeah.
And cutting the rabbit. So we can do these two things at the same time.
Yeah.
Maybe you decide you want to let me cook the rabbit, cut the rabbit.
You're cutting up the rabbit, of
Very
course.
kind of you. I hope I don't mess it up. I know how to cook rabbit. So in that way, I feel that I wasn't out of my depth at all. I felt fairly confident that I knew what the times were, what I was supposed to do. So in that case, maybe you want to put on, how much did we say water? Half a litre of water to boil for the stock?
Give or take, yeah.
Give or take half a litre. I'm very bad at following instructions. I'm terrible at following recipes. I generally, if I want to cook something, I'll find 3 recipes, close the books, close the Google, whatever it is I found the recipe on, and then do it how I've decided to do it. So let me get the rabbit.
I'll do the water, eh?
You start with the water. Okay, where am I going to put you, rabbit? So I'm going to move over
aboard.
here. I'm going to come over here. Okay, now I think Moses, you can help me here because which of these knives do you think I should be using? Do you think that one? Yeah. Okay. So, little rabbit. I hope you had a nice knife. You're definitely going to make a nice dip. If I was ever to get points for following a recipe, I would lose because I'm just incapable. I think I'm just too much of a rebel at heart. I think this rabbit had a nice lazy life, is what I think.
Are you talking to me about the rabbit again?
I'm talking to you about the rabbit. I care about where my meat came from, and I'm just saying, I think he had a pretty lazy life.
I was like, where the hell does the leg go? Where does this go? What needs to be done here? And Katie was like, okay, I think I know how to do it. And she got up, and I was like, no, we need to do this. And it was interesting. It was interesting.
So do you want to start pounding the lemon and the pepper together?
More like salt and pepper, I guess.
Yeah, I think that would probably
what she put in was like a pinch of rock salt and
quite a lot
she
of
pounded it
pepper.
up. But I figure if we put it both together, then it would make more sense.
I think if our aim is to woo the chef, we have to remember that she says she likes it spicy, so we'll put more pepper than we normally put on.
Chef Cindy, you best be watching this.
I think I remember the video. She did cut the fat off. I do remember in the video.
She cut it off after putting it in the oven. Because, oh man, cutting up that rabbit was like cobwebs. I was looking for, I think the last time I did rabbit was 2010.
Oh,
Put it in, let it stir in.
are we missing carrots?
Yeah, where?
Which are carrots?
I get it. Because we're cooking rabbit. The rabbit ate the carrots.
Yeah, not exactly.
I get it. I think that's probably what happened.
I felt I discovered a new side about me. I can be a team player. Go Katie.
I think we need a bit more.
Yeah, we need a bit more.
Yeah.
Go on. Yeah, take the little bowl. My hands are probably too dirty to mess around with this stuff now. So it becomes more subtle with
With the cooking, yeah.
with the cooking process.
Okay, fine. I'll help you.
Don't put all the salt in. Make it more the pepper than the salt.
How's that gonna work?
I don't know. You know, people are always like, there's always different schools of thought on whether you should salt your meat before you cook it. Well, it's sort of an ongoing argument. Some people say it makes it more tender, so you should do it before. Other people say it leaches
This
out.
feels like it's a fail.
Okay, so I have done with the marinating.
Yeah.
What do you need me to do?
We need to start chopping up. We can do that. This is big pieces.
Okay.
And then the marinating.
So we're just sticking it all in together anyway, or are we gonna fry up? Yeah, I go first the onions.
Let's layer it. Let's layer it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's layer it. Okay.
Remember we're supposed to wrap up.
Yeah, that was that, but then we
The-
decided to go off.
We went off kilter. It's fine.
And out goes the bouquet
Okay,
garni.
so what we said we were gonna do was we brown the rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
Then we take the rabbit out.
Yep.
Then we start cooking all the vegetables.
Yes.
Then we put the rabbit back
Yes.
in. Put
So-
in the wine.
Mhm.
Fumet, whatever the word is, the wine.
Yeah.
Then we put in the stock and we put it in the oven.
Yes. What is the shape of a medallion?
A medallion is like a medal. I'm sorry, I'm thinking in Italian.
But medals are circular.
Exactly, so a medallion is round.
But that's.
Are you trying to insult the shape of my potatoes again?
No, no.
I hear what's going on here.
Ah, looks like there's a little bit of romance.
So how long are we cooking each set of vegetables for?
I think about 2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes
Yeah.
each. Yummy, I can smell the leeks.
Yeah.
You can really smell the leeks
Yeah.
more than the onions. I
Yeah.
didn't realize there was so much more.
But the onions will bring in the flavor later on.
Well said, Moses. I was starting to wonder where the carrots had gone.
It's just a bit more.
Just a little bit more.
This is when all the magic comes together.
It's not as if I'm here to do everything for you.
Do everything for me?
Everything! I
Whatever.
feel so used.
It's here. It's here. It's here. Let's do this. Come on. Open it up. Open it up.
Okay,
open it up.
okay,
open it
okay,
up,
let's
open
find
it
out,
up.
let's find out. Ta-da! Okay, well we left it to cool for a while, so it's not as smoky as we would have liked it.
Yeah.
But that smells not good. Okay. Okay, try not to make a mess here.
I helped you with one.
Mess is like a second nature to me.
We should have cooked chicken.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, that would have been too easy. That looks absolutely amazing.
And back to the romance.
It's looking like it's got a bit to go, eh?
Oh, look at that. I think that's the right instrument for you.
You're enjoying yourself, aren't you?
That's so much. I told you presentation isn't my strong point, so when something looks good, it makes me more happy.
Well, it certainly looks fantastic.
Moses, I have to say I'm very proud of this.
No, we did a good
I
job.
think we've done a
You
good
know what?
teamwork.
There you
Another
go, man.
five.
That's what's up, yo.
Yes. Okay.
Can we eat it
When
now?
can we eat this?
Yeah. When we
Can we eat this now?
Well, it was definitely interesting trying to incorporate the menu, trying to look at the video, trying to look at all the issues that you guys have put in front of us. And I must say that you guys are crazy. You guys are definitely crazy.
I think we managed to make a rabbit in mustard sauce. And so, yeah, I'm happy. It worked out.
So we didn't really follow the procedure that Chef Cindy had put across.
I agree.
But I figure we came to the same conclusion.
I really enjoyed working with Moses. We had a really good time. None of us were willing to be the other two chefs, so we decided we were co-chefs. But I think visually, and that's what I was aiming for, was I was aiming to recreate visually exactly what we'd seen, but take a different route to get to it.
As in, just pay attention to the video. If you watch the video, you can do what Chef Cindy did. If you pay attention, if you don't pay attention and you focus on other things and you're like, you know what, I know how to do this, I know it's like, you will get lost.
I didn't know what it was going to taste like, but it definitely looked like I wanted it to look like.
I would say there's more than one way to skin a rabbit now. Yeah.
Tune in next week to find out what Cindy's Cooking Challenge has in store for you. As for today's challenge, well, you be the judge of that.